Islanders, we've been through a lot with this cruise restart, and I've honestly lost count of how many times protocols have changed. I do remember, though, cruise lines establishing protocols for 30 days at a time, 60 days at a time. I even remember when Carnival said these protocols are set indefinitely, and it was several months. But for the first time, we have something different here with Royal Caribbean as they announced their protocols. Get this, for 7 days. Royal Caribbean just announced their latest protocols that are set to go in place August the 8th through the 14th. That's a short window of time. It tells me something big is on the horizon. Let's talk about these protocols, what could be on the horizon, and of course, an update on their newest terminal in Galveston, Texas, right now on Island Time. A big happy Friday to all you Islanders. Thank you for stopping by the show today. This is Island Time, and I am Derek, and I am ready. I know you are. Let's drop our anchors. Let's spend some time in the islands together talking about cruising and cruise news. I know it's been a long week. We're headed into the weekend. I do want to go ahead and point out we're going to have our live show Sunday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. I invite you to join the show. We don't talk a lot about cruise news. We do that during the week. On our live show, we answer questions about what hotel should I stay in before my cruise? What should I do when I'm in Amber Cove and when I'm in Cozumel? We talk about questions. We have trivia. We play games. I invite you to join us. It is a fun, fast hour. To do so, subscribe. That's the easiest way. Ring that bell to receive notifications. You will get those notifications both when I upload content and when I go live. Let's talk about cruise news right now because there's a lot going on. As I mentioned in the intro, we're used to cruise protocols. We're used to changes in cruise protocols. But Royal Caribbean, they've thrown us for a twist here. I have not seen this before. Royal Caribbean, they've announced their protocols, but get this, they're only good for 7 days. August the 8th through August the 14th, here's our protocols. That's what they said. And I'm thinking 7 days. These are good for 7 days. You're going to have to make another announcement pretty soon after that on what your protocols are going to be. And that has many in the cruise news world, the cruise industry buzzing about something that is coming up. Wait till I read you this quote in just a few minutes about what Royal Caribbean says about the future of their protocols after this short window. We'll read that here in just a few minutes. But let's get to these new protocols. There's a lot of people cruising very soon. If you're cruising the next few weeks, let us know in the comment section below. Doesn't have to be Royal Caribbean. If you're cruising Carnival, Norwegian, Celebrity, any of them, let us know. We would love to know when you're cruising, and we would love for you to keep us updated on our Facebook page. Here we go, Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. They're sister cruise brands, right? They're owned by the same group. They announced their testing changes and some clarification on things today. Here's what they have to say about testing. If you're cruising 5 nights or shorter and you are vaccinated, you do not have to have a pre-cruise COVID-19 test. We see the industry going that way, right? There's a couple exclusions. If you're cruising to Bermuda, if you're cruising to Canada, and this includes Alaska sailings, then you're going to have to be tested. But everyone else, you're cruising 5 nights or less, no pre-cruise test. How long are these protocols in effect? Celebrity made it sound like these protocols would be in effect for a little while. They did not give an end date. But what is interesting, Royal Caribbean specifically said that this change in protocols applies to sailings that depart August the 8th through the 14th. And they told all of us, guest book after August the 14th, cruising after August the 14th, to stay tuned for the latest protocols. That makes us think something big is happening. We're going to see what it is. Wait till you hear the statement here in a minute. On vaccinations, they remain the same. Both Celebrity and Royal Caribbean. You can throw Carnival in the mix as well. Both cruise lines, Carnival also included, NCLs included, continue to require that passengers over the age of 12 are vaccinated to sail. You still have to be vaccinated. That's going to remain in place for a little while. We know that. Unvaccinated kids under the age of 12. We've seen cruise lines start to shift. Royal Caribbean's doing the same. You have to be tested no more than 3 days before, but it can be the PCR or antigen test. Used to it had to be PCR. Now it's just antigen test if you want it to be. And there's no pre-cruise test at the terminal as there used to be. The 3-day time frame testing also applies to guests who are cruising 6 nights or longer. So those are the main protocols. Royal Caribbean and Celebrity are also doing the document of recovery. You can provide that documentation in lieu of a test for longer cruises. Guests who have recently recovered from COVID-19 can present a certificate of recovery and proof of their positive PCR and or antigen test 11 to 90 days back. So Royal Caribbean and Celebrity are doing this. But listen to this. Here's what Royal Caribbean said that's got everybody buzzing right now. Unvaccinated passengers may be able to sail soon. Here's what they said. As we begin to transition to a point where everyone, regardless of vaccination status, will be able to sail with us once again, we continue to work closely with our destination partners. They did mention additional information is going to come out soon. These protocols end on the 14th, but until then, the current vaccine requirement remains in place. But they've given the caveat, as Carnival did last week, some line that, hey, something's about to come. I'll read that again. As we begin to transition to a point where everyone, regardless of vaccination status, will be able to sail. Are we close to it? Are we really close to it, Islanders? What do you think? What do you think about this short-term window, a 7-day window for protocols? What do you think is coming down the road for the second half of August? Let us know in the comment section below. We would love to hear your thoughts, maybe what you want to see, and also what you think could happen. They may align, they may not align, but we can't wait to see your comments below. I wanted to point out today, as the construction is very close to complete, Royal Caribbean is building a new terminal in Galveston, Texas. This project has been impressive with how large the terminal is, and they've stayed on time. It was built through COVID. It was delayed at the beginning, but once they started, it's been great, and now they're 75% of the way done. You can see these pictures here. This terminal is $125 million, 161,000 square feet. It's going to be the largest terminal in Galveston, and it's going to level the playing field. Carnival has a monopoly, right, in Galveston. Yes, Royal Caribbean sails from there, but Carnival has the Vista, the Dream, and the Breeze sailing from there. This will level the playing field. Royal Caribbean is investing in Galveston. They are bringing the Allure of the Sea, an Oasis-class ship, to Galveston. Of course, the home port is going to be this terminal there in Galveston. And let me just throw this out here. We don't have anything confirmed yet, but I've done the research. Not only can an Oasis-class ship sail there from Galveston, but the new Icon class of ships, the Icon of the Seas being the first, of course, they could fit, they could sail. We need to watch that because I suspect in the years ahead, an Icon class ship will be there. Do you plan on sailing from Galveston on the Allure of the Sea? She's going to be there starting in November of this year. We're excited to sail on her next year. It's going to be March or June probably when we sail. We haven't booked yet, but we're going to do so. If you're going to sail, let us know. We're excited about some competition in Galveston. Competition doesn't hurt anybody. It only helps the consumer and us cruisers. That's it. That's the cruise news for today. Islanders, I hope you have a great weekend. We're going to be right here to keep you updated on cruising and cruise news. We'll see you in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video today, please give us a thumbs up so it's put for other cruisers who want to see cruise news in a community just like you. We'll see you this weekend right here on Island Time.